So welcome to this week's video. Today we've taken a wander into our local woods and we've got some magical conditions. So it's snowing. It's been snowing all day. It actually started last night whilst we were heading out to photograph the Northern Lights. There was a good forecast, wasn't there,
absolutely.
with clear skies.
Yeah.
And we headed out last night and within 20 minutes into the journey it was lightning and then started to snow, which is unreal when it wasn't forecast. So today is the day after Boxing Day, and like I say, it was snowing yesterday and it's continued into today, and it's just lovely to see. So what we thought is we would come out, and sort of today's video is a look back over this year, over 2022. So it's been a little bit of a tale of two halves, hasn't it, this year?
It has.
The first half of the year was quite tough and quite a stressful 6 months for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But since getting to Scotland and settling in, it's been superb. And, you know, we just thought that we would maybe give you an overview of why we weren't out with the camera and making videos in that first 6 months of the year. And also to pick out some of our favourite videos since we've been back out with the camera and making the videos, and maybe pick out a couple of images that are our favourites as well. So yeah, it's absolutely beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Literally opened the van door when we pulled up, stepped out and went straight on my backside, on my elbow. So I think what it is literally since the video a few weeks ago when we was in this same woodlands with the snow, the temperatures just haven't come up above freezing very much. So there is still quite a lot of ice around, and then with the snow on top is making for elbow banging conditions. So we're just going to have a little wander. I've taken one image of this lovely tree here in the snow, but we'll stop waffling. We'll jump into little bit of this year and we'll catch you in a bit. Okay, so the year for us started with a trip in the van actually, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we had a first holiday, the very first week of the year in the van, and it was quite an adventure actually because there was snow last year.
Lovely.
And I think we headed over to the Isle of Skye, didn't we, and around Glencoe and various little stop-offs. But I did very little photography. I think I took one image on the whole of that week, and it was a bit strange, wasn't it? Because
was really odd.
We got the van obviously to go and explore, have some adventures, photography adventures as well as our time. But the fact that I took one image in the whole week just was, I don't know, it was a bit surreal. But there was a reason behind that. So the year before, maybe September time, I started having problems with my hand, and that just got progressively worse to the point where I couldn't do very much with my hand. So even to eat, to brush my hair, everything was a bit of a struggle. So to cut long story short and not to bore you too much, in March I had 2 lots of surgery on my hand, but I'll come back to that. So we had the week in the van. Yes. And I don't know, we just weren't going out, were we? We just wasn't doing very much because I couldn't. I mean, we could have maybe done a few videos, but I don't know, it just didn't seem right not doing any photography videos. So we just didn't. We then had another week's holiday, the very first week in February, again in the van. Absolutely beautiful. Again, we had snowy conditions on Skye, didn't we?
We did.
And again, I think I took one image the whole week. So when we got back from our week's holiday, on the very first day back in work, Max got a call to offer a transfer to Scotland. So from that moment on,
oh bloody hell, let loose.
Things were mental. So we put our house up for sale, I think the following Monday, and we'd sold it by the Friday. Great, absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? So from there, we needed to find somewhere to live in Scotland.
We did.
And we were sort of on a bit of a whirlwind, weren't we? And again, sort of with the hand in February, we still weren't going out. There was bigger priorities, weren't there, that we needed to get sorted, as in a complete change in our lives. So yeah, really, then going into March, obviously I had the surgery on my hand, and for 12 weeks couldn't really use my hand, struggling. And during that time, you was then actually in Scotland. So I was in the northwest, Max was in Scotland for around 9 weeks, commuting up and down the road, still trying to find somewhere to live, trying to get the house organised. Absolute chaos. Again, sort of won't bore you too much, but just at the point we was ready to move, there was a little hiccup which delayed us and caused a massive amount of stress with you being away. So literally that was really the reason why in the first 6 months of the year that we weren't out and about. So we eventually moved, was it July? I think it was in July, end of June, beginning of July. And then we had a period of just settling in, getting the house sorted, and then getting out and about and exploring. So
and wow,
our lives are just so different. You know, and we wouldn't probably change anything, would we?
No.
So yeah, that's the first 6 months of the year. It was quite stressful, being apart and sort of at other ends. You know, it felt like we was at other ends of the world.
It did.
Whilst all that was going on. So yeah,
but we're here now.
We're here now, and you know, it's just superb, isn't it? It just feels so relaxed, so calm. You know, we're out the day after Boxing Day
in the snow,
in our local woodland. It's just fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely is.
So I think what we'll do is we're gonna have a wander, see if we can find anything from today to share with you. But what we'll do now is we'll go through our first video, our first favourite video, and why.
So our first favourite video is the We've Moved to Scotland video, and I think that says it all. One of my most favourite videos that we've done, I think, that one.
Yeah, absolutely. It was sort of a bit of an introduction back after what felt like nearly 12 months. And, you know, we come out and make these videos because we enjoy it. No other reason, is there?
Absolutely.
It gets us out. It keeps us practicing with the camera. It's nice to share with family and friends. It's nice to share with you guys. And, you know, to make a video titled We Moved to Scotland for us.
Still pinching ourselves.
Was just the dream, you know. So I think that definitely is got to be number one on our favourite top spot. So I think our second favourite video has got to be Aberdeenshire to a Sint. For a couple of reasons. It was our first holiday in the van since being in Scotland. Second reason was we'd not been to a Sint for 4 or 5 years maybe. So to get up there and experience it in the van was just superb, wasn't it? It was amazing. You know, the weather was all right, wasn't it? And we had a couple of stop-offs on sites. And it was just so relaxing. We spent the first 2 nights, didn't we, on a little site just an hour away, just by the coast, chilling out.
It was lovely. lovely.
So yeah, that's definitely got to be at number 2. You know, we spent a lot of time on the van trying to improve the van, and obviously made the video around the mods and the upgrades that we'd done. You know, so to have the week after we'd done those improvements to the van made such a difference. So yeah, that's our number 2.
So our number 3 would have to be Chaos at Clatshaw. The waves, the coast, the light, the images, fantastic, absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it was a last minute decision, wasn't it, to go to Clatshaw. And we stayed on the site there, and as we pulled up, you could see the waves crashing. And we were like, oh my God. You know, there's probably not often that many occasions when you go out and everything just comes together. And for me, that night was just probably one of the best nights of photography I've ever had. You know, there was just such good conditions with, as Max said, the light, the waves, the waves catching the light, you know, and there wasn't very many people on the beach, was there? You know, we had quite a lot of fun. And
I like that.
you know, sort of looking back at the images, you know, there was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8, maybe even 10 images from that one night that I thought, yeah, they're good images, and usually you're lucky if there's one per outing.
Yeah.
So I think that's got to be up there.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
So number 4 is Tranquility.
Yes.
Akmelvich Beach. I think that's my eye twitched as I said that. I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. But yeah, I think that for us was very different in terms of seascape photography, because it was very calm.
Yeah, it was.
You know, the title of the video is Tranquility, and that's how it felt. It felt like we was in paradise in northern Scotland.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning beach, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely amazing.
You know, and you flew the drone quite a bit.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah. So I think, again, and that was another site with, that was another place, sorry, with a campsite just by the beach.
Yeah.
And to find those locations that far north in Scotland with such superb conditions and locations to go out and practice photography was just
beautiful.
really, really nice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. I think, in fact, that week in the van for us was just a highlight of this year, aside from moving to Scotland.
Yeah. The second highlight of the year.
The second highlight of the year. Yep, so we'll put a couple of our favourite images up from those first 3 videos that 4 videos that we spoke about, and show you our favourites.
Yes. Okay.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know.
Okay, so number 5 is a local vlog that we did where we discovered Stickman. Appropriately named.
Yeah, it was just nice, I think, because it was autumn, wasn't
Yes,
it?
it was. Yeah, an autumnal vlog.
Yeah, and the colours were just stunning. Again, we had some nice light.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'd been looking, hadn't we, for a woodland that we could go back to again and again, and I think we found it with that one.
Definitely.
So, you know, 20 minutes from home, it's got to be up there in our top 6 videos for this year.
Definitely.
So number 6 is our climb up the Old Manor Store. So one of our recent videos, a personal challenge,
Absolutely.
something that we've been wanting to do for about 8 years, and we finally made it.
Yeah.
And even though the images weren't that good, it wasn't about the images.
No.
That video was about that personal challenge of climbing the Old Manor Store, that journey and that experience, hopefully with us on the way up, and those stunning views that, you know, so I think, you know, you could probably pick out any video and have a reason why you like that video.
Yeah.
And for us, the memories, it's something that we'll always look back on, isn't it? You know, and and remember something that happened on that trip. Usually a fall or wet feet. But yeah, they're just nice memories to have, aren't they?
Yeah.
Always feeling homesick. Oh. All I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh. I have seen many places where the beauty never ends. Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back.
And don't forget, join us next week when we'll be announcing the winner of the print competition.
So a little bit of a different video for you this week with just a recap on this year and the tale of two halves of a year that we've had. But we're super happy and settled now in Scotland. Into next year, we're looking forward to exploring quite a bit more locally, getting into the Cairngorms quite a bit more. You know, we're only 14 miles just outside, so it's nice to just get in the car or the van, and we'll maybe plan a few overnighters in the van across that way, and maybe return to some of the places that we've already been as well. The other thing that we'd like to try and get up and running is the workshops and maybe a bit more on the print sales. But you know, really excited for 2023 and whatever whatever that has in store for us. So yeah, I hope you've just enjoyed a little look back, and thank you very much for all your support over the year. It really means a lot, and it's massively appreciated. You know, we do this for fun, for us, and you know, the fact that other people enjoy watching the videos and like to get involved is just an absolute bonus. So thanks very much. Enjoy New Year. Hogmanay.
Hogmanay.
Hogmanay. And we'll see you next year. Take care. Adios.